Hello everyone, I am K Squared, and this video is going to show you some route testing done for Titanic Adventure Out of Time Mapless mode. We're going to test 4 different scenarios here, and the first is going to be in the grand staircase. Do you take the stairs or do you take the lift? So the first test we're going to do is starting from behind the grand staircase, going down 3 decks from A to D deck. This takes about 8 seconds on average from first movement to when you arrive on D deck. We're also going to test this from the front of the stairwell as well. So same thing, A to D deck. Timer starts when I start moving. And because there's that extra step, that extra turn and move, this takes slightly longer, still close to 8 seconds, but maybe 8.25. Taking the lift is very quick. It takes about 2.5 to 2.75 seconds when you start right at the lift, and then from the front, it takes more like 3.5 to 4 seconds because you have to move to the lift, but dramatically faster. What happens if we only go down 2 decks? So again, I'm starting from behind the grand staircase, and I'm going down 2 decks, B to D. This takes about 4.5 to 4.75 seconds. And then when we start from the front, I'm actually doing A to C here, pretending I'm coming in off the A deck promenade. Again, slightly longer, so 5.25 to 5.5 seconds. It doesn't matter how many decks are going down when you take the lift, it's the same amount of time. So it's 2.5 seconds if you start from right behind the lift, and then when you're coming from the front, my times actually got better as I kept doing this, so it got down to like 3.75 seconds on average. So takeaways here, always take the lift, never take the stairs. It's going to be going from Flad in the boiler room to Sasha on A deck and then back again. So the first way that I usually go is the way that I'm used to going, which is going into the engine room. Here, if I'm playing a non-mapless run, I open up the map, but instead, since we're mapless, we go up the stairs to the Scotland Road, take the Scotland Road forward to the grand staircase, go up a flight to D deck, and then remember, always take the lift, don't take the stairs. Now you're on A deck and you end up in front of Sasha's cabin. This on average, depending on how quickly it takes you to move or click, 23-24 seconds. The other way to go is you start in the boiler rooms and you keep going through the rest of the boiler rooms through the cargo hold. The downside here is that the crew member is going to ask you, what are you doing? So you have to spin around before you proceed, but that's okay. You just quickly move across the forecastle deck. Now you're on the A-deck promenade. Oh, hey, A-deck cabins. And here's Sasha's cabin. This is faster. It takes anywhere between 17 and 18 seconds. On average, it's about an 18-second run. All right, now we've got Flad's package. It's now time to head back to him. The first way I'm going to show you here is just the reverse of the first way up. So you take the lift down the D deck, you then take the stairs to the Scotland Road, you then take the Scotland Road aft, which will take you to the second class stairwell. And from there, we go down 1 deck to the F deck. And I'm going to stop the timing when you enter the F deck cabins here because this is where the other route converges. So this is 19 seconds. The other way to do this is to go to the boat deck. So either go up to the grand staircase through the gymnasium, or here, slightly easier, A deck promenade to boat deck, book it down the boat deck to the second class stairwell. And at this point, you do the second class stair trick, which teleports you down to F deck. And then we stop the time just inside the door here. It's almost exactly the same amount of time. So conclusions, go up through the cargo hold when you're on your way to visit Sasha, and then it's honestly your personal preference on the way back. Now what we're going to do is we have the Rubia. We are moving from the boiler room to Penny's cabin. First way is just go through all the way to the bottom of the ship. So we go through the boiler rooms, we go through the engine room, and then here we go through the control room. It's really slow walking through the control room. Then we're in the turbine room, pick up the pace, and now we just go up the stairs and we're in front of Penny's cabin. Straightforward, simple. On average, this takes about 18 seconds. I have been able to get a little bit under 18. Because it's so difficult to go through the control room, someone said, is it actually faster if we go up these stairs here and then go to the Scotland Road, because there's no forced slowdown when we go through the Scotland Road, and then we just have to go 1 deck down to F deck to be in front of Penny's cabin. And the answer is it's slightly slower. So because it's slightly slower and also there's more turns, go through the control room when you're going back to Penny's cabin. Finally, we're going to do smoking room to the smokestack. well, F deck, based on where I'm going to stop the timing. So we've just given Max his cigarettes. We're now leaving the smoking room. Option 1, out through the A deck promenade, go all the way forward, climb up to the boat deck, move all the way aft, and then at this point, we're going to go down the second class stairs, do the second class stair trick so that we don't have to go all the way down the stairwell, and then we're going to end up on F deck, and that's where we're going to stop the time. On average, this run, 18.5 seconds, occasionally faster, occasionally slower. It was thought that maybe this way would be faster, so you go down to B deck, book it through B deck to the grand staircase, never take the stairs, always take the lift, down the D deck, then take that down to the Scotland Road. From the Scotland Road, you move aft, and then this will end us with the second class stairs again, where we just go down one set of stairs and then we're there. So you still have to go forwards and aft again, and this is slower. This is 23 seconds. So after you see Max, book it down the A-deck promenade, and then book it back up through the boat deck. That's the fastest way to go. I hope that this has been helpful and that these timings have helped you with your mapless runs. Definitely let me know if there's anything else you want to test.